All right, sorry about the delay, guys. So one of our players is, or both of our players are trying to figure out if meditate helps to get around the Sabine loop, because that's one of the reasons that Trey plays this deck, is that he believes the Sabine loop to be like the strongest thing you can do in the game right now. And Matt knows that Trey, that's what Trey's trying to do, is to lock him out of the game. So Matt has meditate in his deck, and he just wants to know if he can exhaust meditate as an action and remove no dice, or if removing the die is
Part of
a
paying the
requirement,
cost. Right.
to take that action.
I believe he works just like backup muscle, where you're allowed to get rid of it.
So, I don't know. I don't anticipate it's going to come up. I mean, it could. Like, I've played against a Sabine eEzra deck that's locked me out. I played against a Sabine Ray deck that's locked me out, even after I killed Sabine, because Ray can do it too.
Right.
So, I mean, it's not impossible to get off it. It is. It's difficult to set up.
It's an important thing to get decided, though, before they play this match for the box.
That's true, and I think they have come to an agreement. So, I'll see what they decide. I think they decided that you can't do it because there are certain cards in the game that uses "and" as part of the cost of playing that card.
Yeah.
So I think that's what both players are going to go with. Hopefully, it doesn't come up, but if it does, then it does, and that feels bad to lose to getting locked out of the game, but
yeah.
I mean, that's why FFG needs to come up with this rules update as soon as possible, because sometimes there's money on the line, and
regional season is upon us. Like, it's coming. That ruling needs to happen quick. Otherwise, all you're going to see is more 9s and more Sabine decks.
Rob's saying, yeah, but he's not playing it, he's activating it. Right, but
it's still an action, though, and the way that the card is actually worded is different than a lot of the other cards that say "and."
Yeah, it says action, exhaust support, and remove a die.
We think it works as well, but Trey is saying otherwise. And, I don't fault him. Like I said, I think that's a ruling that they should agree upon and decide before, because it is important. It totally shuts down Trey's deck.
Especially because I don't think Trey runs Rend or Sabotage, which is something that I've seen a lot of Sabine decks do, just so that they can get that extra advantage on their opponent. Like if their opponent's running Stolen Cash or Hunker Down, even things like that. Like some people have even switched 2-die eEzra for single die Ray, so that they can run Vibro Knife and get rid of Hunker Downs, because Hunker Down gets around their lock.
Yeah.
It looks like Trey's still doing research, trying to figure out what exactly would happen in that instance. I really hope it doesn't come up, but
I hope it doesn't either.
If it does, I'm sure both players won't really have any hard feelings. We've had a great day of Destiny today, and they've had. So Rob's saying it fizzles when you do it with no die in the pool, but you're still doing that action.
That's how I interpret it as well.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll find out when FFG decides to.
Wow, Trey keeping 4.
Get up off their butts and figure out what they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
You said Trey kept 4?
Yeah.
That's not sounding very good.
That's not good for
So let's get right over there. So what does Matt need to do here?
Well, he needs that meditate.
If the ruling is that you can exhaust meditate, he needs that meditate. And did he keep all of his cards?
No, he pitched 2.
Oh, okay. So yeah, he definitely needs meditate. So Trey got an Infamous of Fast Hands. So Trey's running Infamous as well, in addition to the running Interference, like we saw Brandon running earlier.
Mm-hmm. Well, sure, if you've got both, you can impersonate when you play, and then impersonate when you roll out.
Say that again. You can.
Impersonate twice for the double lockout.
You mean infamous?
Sorry, yes.
Yeah. Or running interference.
Mm-hmm.
Here's that dice cup we love to see.
Signature. That's how you know Trey's around.
So starting out with Holocron on Dooku, fast hands on Ezra. Roll out Dooku. Gets the 2 discard, which Sabine doesn't care about.
No. Matt does, though.
Trey rolling out gets a disrupt and +2, so it steals with $1.
Oh, it goes to the special.
And there's nothing that Trey has no removal in hand, so Matt really needs to capitalize this turn on doing as much damage as possible.
Well, I think he realizes that he's going for those loops.
Oh,
so.
no! Trey plays Negotiate,
Oh.
and Matt has to remove 2 dice.
That's nasty.
Oh, man. That's
That
big.
is nasty.
That basically removed 3 dice
Yep.
for 1 resource.
Yeah, because he had to use the focus.
And, yeah, man. We'll see what Sabine gets.
Not looking good.
Ugh.
Just fat damage. No big deal.
What is up with the range damage characters today?
Just rolling insane.
I mean, Matt did roll really well last game, but...
Yeah.
So Trey going for Voss. Decides it's going to take too long to get Dooku down. It's probably what he's seen throughout today playing against Matt.
And most of his damage comes from Voss.
Not... I mean, he does... Voss has 3 damage sides, but one of those is modified. And one of them is situational. So I don't...
Again, I just feel like that the way Matt's deck is built.
But if you go for Dooku, you kill Voss's special side.
Oh.
I don't know.
I don't know. You're just,
I haven't played the matchup enough to understand. I haven't seen it enough, so...
I've played this version of Matt's deck several times, and I feel like Voss is always the correct choice, because once he goes down, the game becomes so much easier.
Yeah. I guess because if Voss gets into a late game with a Mind Probe, you have really bad options.
Yeah. And
So did Matt take Temptation out of his deck? I haven't seen it today.
Yes. He took Temptation out for Dark Council.
Interesting. Because Temptation was one of the, really interesting plays. What was his reasoning behind that? The 2 focus on it?
The 2 focus for Dark Council to get him consistently what he needs, and oftentimes he would find it biting him whenever he played Temptation.
Oh, okay.
Because, for instance, we were playing not too long ago.
And he just had, 20 resources?
Well, not just that, or his opponent would draw into cards that they could use and play against him. So I was playing my Qui-Gon Cannon deck, and I drew into a Master of the Council Reaping the Crystal, and had a Ancient Lightsaber Master of the Council round 1 on Qui-Gon.
Okay. So, Matt discarded Trey's entire hand, so Voss's special will hit for 5 if he can get it.
I hope he gets it.
I do too. I think...
I love seeing the big plays.
So Trey doesn't have a... He should have had an upgrade to play from his discard. Because he had a holdout blaster, right?
Correct.
In his opening hand?
Correct, but he doesn't have any resources. Oh no,
He has
does have
2
two
sitting right there.
resources. Matt decides to drop the Force Illusion instead. Just do it. Just pop. Oh, I guess you could save it for the Power of the Force play.
Yeah, I don't know.
What do you think? You think you pop Force Illusion or save it?
I mean, it's 3 damage, so...
That's the most you're going to block.
He loses a Force Throw, a Dark Council, and a Manipulate. I'm fine with that. He's not going to get a chance to use Force Throw because Sabine's just going to be resolving her dice before Matt can do anything about it.
That's a good point.
So not terrible cards to lose. The Dark Council is good, but... So, 4 speed and no boss specials, unfortunately.
Matt not getting anything he wants.
So... Probably discard Dark Presence here. I don't know. Dark Presence is pretty good, but... With Sabine just instant resolving.
Yeah. You're not going to be getting the damage you want.
And Trey spent a resource to claim, so that's why he didn't want to play an upgrade, is because he wanted to pay the 1 for the shield.
Yep.
I don't know about that. Because, I mean, he could have got a shield from a holdout blaster anyways, or more damage.
Maybe. I don't know if that's the exact reasoning for not doing it.
So he hits the Voss special and a Holocron special. So he's gonna hit for 4. And he discarded a Mind Probe. I can't believe he did that.
Yeah, I'm really shocked at that. Especially when he had the Force Throw. Why wouldn't
I
you...
mean, maybe because he thinks that Trey's gonna be able to ambush enough cards out of his hand.
Maybe. That's, with Infamous, that's true.
So he deals 2 more.
So he deals 5 damage to Sabine. He puts
So
himself in a pretty
Sabine
good
should
state.
have 1 more damage on her, I believe.
No, he had a shield, remember?
Right, but he rolled a 4 and dealt... He did 4 with the Mind Probe special.
You mean with the Voss special?
Oh, yeah, with Voss, he did 4 with the Voss special, and then he did another 2 from Voss. Right? And he had 4 cards in hand?
He did have 4 cards in hand, yes.
Alright. Well, this is the final match, and that's pretty important, so we're going to go check on that. Hold on just a second, guys. Alright, so Grant just went and checked on the match, and the Voss special actually only dealt 3. So I guess Matt had to discard to reroll twice.
I'm guessing we just miscounted the cards. Matt just steadily rolling damage with Dooku, though. That's got to be frustrating.
So yeah, he's got 2 damage, 1 disrupt, force speed special, 2 blanks. Trey has a deal 44 in hand, so
he's got plenty of resources.
He does.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can only see 1 on screen here. We are just so you know, guys, we are working on a new overlay that will hopefully, and we are working on adjusting the camera, raising it up a little bit to increase the view of the play area. And while that will make the dice farther away, we're also looking to get a portion in the middle of the screen that's zoomed in, so that when the players place their dice out there, they're zoomed in and easier to see for you guys. I don't have any estimates as to when that'll be done, but
it's in the works.
Right. So Trey's just thinking through his options.
He's still got that holdout blaster in his discard pile too.
Yeah, I don't know if he just forgot about it.
No, Trey wouldn't forget about it.
I don't know. I mean, everybody forgets stuff sometimes.
That's true. I just feel like...
so he's playing it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've seen Trey forget things sometimes.
It is true. I have as well.
And he is not happy when it happens.
I haven't seen...
I mean, I am too. I get pretty frustrated with myself if I mess up. Man. Yeah. So, just showing why Sabine is amazing right now. Rolling 5 damage that Matt can't respond to. Which is why he should have played that. He should have kept that Mind Probe instead of the Force Throw. it helps to push damage. Even if the special is worthless, you know, you could focus to that 3-for-1 side.
I'm with you. I think the Mind Probe should have been the force power to play.
So, and Trey's going to exhaust running interference, so Matt can't activate Voss.
Mm-hmm.
Which is actually a pretty decent play, because Matt would want to roll in Voss and then re-roll afterwards.
Interesting choice as to
So
why.
he's deciding if he wants to Electroshock the 2. He could Infamous... Oh, so he's not going to do running interference.
Maybe he wants to Infamous the
Electroshock. Electroshock. And then... I don't know.
Who do you think the game is in favor of right now, Matt or Trey? Matt's board state is really strong.
Well, he's got 4 upgrades. I mean, it's contingent on him drawing Power of the Force for a big swing.
Right.
I think it's pretty handily in Trey's favor. All it takes is a second chance and a scavenge, you know.
True.
Or 2 DL44s in the bin to. But I mean, Matt does have weak dice that he can remove with that DL44 activation.
That's also
true. Which is another advantage of his deck in this matchup, is that DL44 doesn't hurt it very bad. Having the 4 speeds and the holocrons.
Yeah, you can easily remove one of those blanks and not feel bad about it.
Yeah. So Rosenvoss hits another 2 damage. And
Looks like Trey took the resource.
I believe so. So no, he hasn't done anything yet, I guess. Wait.
He has a Rend in hand as well.
Why did he remove his Sabine die? Did he just Infamous and then resolve a die?
I'm not sure. No, because he didn't grab a resource though.
What?
So he's gonna Rend and Electroshock.
I'm so confused right now.
This is where
I'm sorry.
replay.
I'm sorry, guys. You know This is hard, guys. It's not easy. You might be sitting there thinking,
oh well, they obviously did this.
Yeah, these guys are a bunch of idiots. But you know, especially when players are going back and like talking through their actions and explaining them,
mm-hmm.
you know, it makes it even more confusing because we're wondering, are they taking stuff back?
Yeah.
Because we can't hear what they're saying at all.
Right.
We're speaking clearly off of like conjecture of what we think is going through these players' heads, and hopefully doing it in entertaining enough fashion that you guys want to keep coming back and watching and hanging out with us. So here comes the big reroll. He does get a focus on Count Dooku, which is fantastic. Trey, how many cards?
Oh.
I think he still has like 3 cards in hand, at least. So that Voss special is not going to help him a lot. So hitting Sabine for 4. So she's within... He only needs 3 damage to kill her.
He still has 1 showing on the Force Throw.
I don't think he has any Force powers he could get in to deal any more. So Sabine is within 2.
Well, I thought he had a Force Throw, or Force Push, actually.
So here's where it's crucial. If Trey pitches his hand and gets the other running interference,
or second
I think
chance.
he can lock Matt out of the game.
Yeah.
Because Matt doesn't have Meditate down yet.
Nope.
So I think he's looking for the Holocron special.
Yeah, he was.
What did he have?
I'm assuming, like I said, I'm pretty sure he has Force Throw or Force Push. Didn't get it. Noobs. Thanks, Fiffy.
I mean, I'll admit it. Like, this is the first time I've done anything like this. I mean, we've been commentating for what 2 months.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, this is the first time I've ever. I mean, I've made videos before, and
live commentating is very different than reactionary replays.
Right, or scripted, anything scripted.
Right.
But so,
What's crazy
Let's see what Trey gets. So he's not dumping his hand looking for that second running interference, but I think he drew it anyway. Oh, yeah, I think he drew it anyways.
What's crazy to me is that we haven't seen Sabine at all today roll hardly any blanks. Like, I know it's only a 1 in 6, but most of the time...
So here it comes. Trey's going to infamous in running interference, exhaust the other one so he can't play a card, and then activate so Matt can't activate.
That's so dirty.
Yeah, that's sad.
Yep. So yeah, we won't even get to see the interaction that we were discussing earlier.
Oh, he didn't exhaust it so that Matt couldn't play a card.
He did exhaust. Oh, you're saying he didn't exhaust the second one?
No, the first one. He should have exhausted and then activated. He could have locked Matt out of this turn.
Huh.
To help him find his second chance. So
maybe he's not trying for it yet. Maybe he knows he's still got.
Well, he doesn't have a second. He doesn't have a second chance in hand.
Yeah.
So Matt just rolls out Dooku, and Sabine's probably dead and wins the game. Not this round, but he'll probably win.
You think so?
Yeah, I think that was a big misplay on Trey's part, and I really hope they can't hear us.
No, I doubt it. They're far enough away.
Matt, don't play a card. Just roll.
Just roll, man.
Just roll.
He
I guess he wants more damage sides.
I guess that makes sense in a way, but you're not going to be able to use that force push special side at all because Sabine's just going to be.
So discarding DL44 to reroll the eEzra die. So Matt's probably going to end up removing that holocron die. I think I might roll in eVoss. Yeah, because eVoss is about to die anyways.
Yeah. When you
Unless Trey rolls pretty poorly.
When you have a character that low...
Although he does have the Force Illusion still. Or I guess second Force Illusion.
I still think that you want him out because she could easily roll 2 3s and just wipe.
So Voss's special is going to be 1 damage, and Matt only needs 1 more after that. Oh man, Trey's in a tough spot. So he's going to play double cross. No.
He's overriding and making him remove a die. But that gets another card out of his hand, so won't.
Okay, so he's gonna override the deal with a holdout, so that eEzra will get it when Sabine dies. But yeah, I don't know how Trey missed the lockout from this round. If you guys see something that, maybe I was seeing it wrong, but it looked like he could have locked him out. Infamous in the running interference, exhaust the other one so he can't play a card, and then activate so he can't activate. That's the way I'm seeing it, but.
I don't know if it... But that still leaves Trey with so many things to do. You know what I mean? I think he probably just wanted to save the second running interference for more disrupt.
Why wouldn't you just...
Sabine.
Why wouldn't you just lock him out of this round and go to next round and try to find your second chance?
Yeah, I guess that's a good point.
So now he exhausts the running interference.
Mm-hmm.
On... either activation or dice resolution. Probably resolution.
Yeah, because he avoids the eVoss special that way.
So...
And he'll be able to get that second shield.
Yeah, Matt's going to play a card. If that was deflect, that would be awful.
Overconfidence. I don't know if Matt has deflects.
No deflects in a mono blue deck seems wrong.
Yeah, I also think that seems wrong. No need for excuses. You'll hear none here.
I'll make a bunch of excuses. So Trey took the shield that rerolled onto Sabine's die from the confidence, and Matt dealt the 1 damage. And I don't think there's anything that Trey can do.
Yeah, without a second chance, without...
Matt has plenty of rerolls and 33% damage across 3 dice, which is probably somewhere around, I don't know, 60 or 70% to hit what he needs.
And it's 33% fatal.
Exactly. Well, on the force push at least is 33% chance. But he's got plenty of focus. He's got focus on 3 of his dice, and there's the 2 on the force push.
Can claim, give him a shield.
So that does put Sabine. Matt needs one additional damage at least. Pitch your whole hand.
Oh yeah, absolutely. In a heartbeat.
Oh, he has a Power of the Force to make that a 3 damage.
Oh.
Which he's just going to do.
Yep.
And kill her. And now it's 2-die eEzra against. And Trey has no way to lock Matt out of the round now.
He also didn't get an opportunity to get the holdout out before, so now it's just fast hands Ezra.
Exactly. Yeah,
Trey and Matt actually played each other earlier in the tournament. I believe it was round 4, and Trey squeaked it out.
Was it a close game?
It was very close.
Yeah.
I guess we shouldn't say squeaked it out, but it was a very good game.
So 3 damage going to eEzra.
Do you think there's anything that Trey can do to win this game?
Absolutely not.
Yeah. A half health Ezra against a eDooku eVoss.
With no weapons.
No weapons, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I wonder if he's rethinking in his head if he should have brought the holdout back and overlapped the DL-44
Maybe.
instead of removing that extra Voss die. I don't know. It's a tough call. So now Trey's probably going to try to lock Matt out to build up some resources.
For what, though? Oh, he does have the second chance. So.
Right. He's going to Infamous in.
Steal some resources.
The other second chance, probably.
Then
he's going to activate an Exhaust Running Interference, and Matt can't activate.
Chooses to play the second fast hands.
So Trey's going to be able to resolve whatever he gets.
Gets the special.
He's going to steal a resource.
Play the second chance.
Get another one. And then Matt's going to have to pass. So Trey, just remembering that he played that second chance earlier. And Matt's probably stuck passing. And
Yep. But couldn't Matt claim instead of pass?
He could have passed. He could have claimed.
So that way he gets to roll first?
That's true. That probably would have been a good idea because one eEzra die isn't going to do much to you.
Right.
After, I mean, again, like we saw that earlier in Trey's game against Desmond, the passing interaction that it doesn't happen that often.
So yeah, here we go. Playing a card, activating a character, locking Matt out.
So Matt should claim.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if he sees it.
Well, Matt should know that you can claim. Looks like Trey's thinking about fast handing that resource destruction. I mean, all it takes is one big roll from one of Matt's characters off a claim, and the game is over. Because then it gets him out of the loop.
Matt sees it. So Trey spinning the dollar and getting a 3 damage to kill Voss. So this actually could be kind of close.
Now Matt gets to roll out, and that claim automatically gets him out of the lock because you can't lock him out of 3 separate actions.
We're still looking at what is it? 9 health that Matt has to get through.
Yeah.
Potentially, it could. I mean, it could be 14.
Does he have
if he gets the second chance?
He does have that second power of the Force though, so he could blow him out without him even realizing it.
Well, he's only got 2 upgrades though.
True.
Even if he got another upgrade, power of the Force would be maybe the equivalent of a lightsaber throw.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's got more utility than that because you could use it on a focus and focus 2 dice into 4 damage. So it's like spending 1 resource for 4 damage instead. So he's gonna get out. He gets out of the lock by just activating. And Dooku got a shield, so that is gonna be important. The Matt's battlefield here.
Yeah, he blocks the thermal paint damage automatically.
And that Night Sniper just really showing its worth today. Being able to spend a resource to flip it to any side.
Oh yeah.
Very good action. sure, it's paying 2 for 3 damage, but at the cost of, reliability.
I don't know if I would have taken that damage. I think I might have discarded it. You know you're about to take 3 from the Night Sniper.
Well, he had to take a damage from the thermal paint.
No, he had a shield on. So he could have discarded for the damage from the range damage.
I don't know, maybe he... Oh,
Wow.
quadruple blanks.
Oh my god.
Oh, man. That feels bad.
That is brutal.
So, Matt has a rend in his hand.
Is it...
He's probably going to end up rending one of those interferences at the end of this turn.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe if he thinks he can kill eEzra, but Trey's... If Matt's ever showing lethal, Trey's going to drop the second chance on him.
Oh, yeah.
Do you keep the fast hands on eEzra?
Yeah. Oh, if I'm Trey?
Yeah.
No.
I don't know, because it opens up to where you can, lock Matt out of a round, or make him claim at least. And you get to resolve a die.
I don't know. I think that you overwrite the fast hands and leave the consistent damage of the thermal paint.
So, Trey's probably going to reroll in exhaust running interference, so Matt can't reroll.
Radioactive Harden says, feels bad, man. Yes, that does feel awful.
Yeah, that really sucks, because... Well, I guess with the ruling of coercion, you can play a card for no effect, right? So Matt's gonna have to. He's probably gonna have to play Rend.
Yeah, he discards it.
Oh no, because Trey didn't do what.
But why wouldn't he discard something else and rend one of the?
I guess he's not worried about it, because Ezra's dice aren't doing a whole lot.
I suppose.
I don't know. The 3 damage on the Night Snipers could add up.
That double discard is huge because he could hit that second chance. He's got a 50% chance to hit it.
Yeah.
I doubt he's gonna.
And Trey's gonna spend the 1. He's gonna infamous double cross and use one of. So double cross is a card that we haven't seen. That hasn't seen play a whole lot outside of this list specifically, and even people running Sabine eEzra I haven't seen play it much. Where is it? So double cross is a 2-cost yellow hero event. It says remove one of your yellow character dice to resolve an opponent's dice if it were your own. It's basically like a cheaper reversal, but you do have to remove a character die. So it's actually really good with eEzra. Because usually you're fast handing his special, and then you don't care about the other one unless it's like a +2. So he used the 2 damage against Dooku.
Trey realizes with that discard showing it's too scary to keep that second chance in hand, and wisely plays it. This game is going the distance.
It's still pretty tight. Trey needs to deal 7 damage to Dooku.
Without shields.
Which is probably more like 10 damage when you factor in Dooku's discard effect. And Matt still has to do 9.
Mm-hmm. And it is going slow.
So he does get Mind Probe down, which is fantastic.
Oh, yeah. He gets it out,
Ooh.
Gets the special, deals 2.
So 7 damage away. Trey's gonna
resolve a dice.
Resolve a die and exhaust run on interference, so Matt can't resolve. So I would probably discard the isolation. Or do you discard? Yeah, discard the isolation. And then you can play the holocron or potentially power the force something.
Mm-hmm.
If he needs to.
Then,
ideally, he would be able to hit 2 damage on both of those dice off the reroll from isolation. Play the holocron, pop second chance, and deal 3 damage. Oh, he's gonna claim.
Interesting choice. I guess
he wants to get out ahead. Yeah, he wants to get ahead of that running interference lock.
It makes
So
sense.
that's smart.
No timer.
Yeah, there's no timer, guys. We're going to full time right now. However long this game takes, they're gonna finish
We'll be
it.
here.
So
suck it, Rob. Matt rolling eDooku. Hopefully he can roll something better than all blanks.
gets a 1 damage,
God, 2 blanks again.
which is 3 damage if he plays that holocron. I don't know. He might take the discard. You think?
Maybe. I'm not sure if you bother with the discard because he's already got his second chance out, and that's the big thing you want to hit.
That's true. But he could draw into his second one.
Yeah, that's true as well. I think I would just go ahead and play the holocron.
My mind is still blown that Trey missed the lockout opportunity.
Earlier?
Yeah. I mean, he was able to survive long enough to find a second chance, but
I can't believe that this game is going on this long. Trey is putting up a much bigger fight with eEzra than I was expecting. Because, I mean, when he...
I mean, it just goes to show, like, we saw Matt play Jeremy on stream in the final round of the tournament, and, again, Jeremy was running single die Sabine, single die Ezra, single die Rebel Trooper. Just for the additional health to give him more time to set up the lockout combo.
Yeah.
And it just goes to show when that extra Ezra die really matters, like, and can really help you out, either generating extra resources throughout the game, or disrupting your opponent enough, or dealing damage even. You know, those ones add up, and the +2 adds up.
Oh, yeah.
Matt probably deciding what to discard. He's discarding a holocron, so he's not going for a 3 damage Power of the Force play.
Which is interesting because he has tons of resources.
And so he hits the Dark Presence, both Dark Presence, so Trey has to remove 2 dice, which is big.
That is big. Just bought himself another round, basically.
Trey does have an Electroshock, so I'd expect to see that on the Force Push right now. He might want to save it for the Mind Probe, but I would go ahead and use it. Yep.
1 more damage.
You can always start the Overwrite train on that X8 Sniper if he ends up hitting the special on the Mind Probe to reduce the damage further. So Matt should probably discard that Isolation now.
Yeah.
I don't know why he's holding, like...
With Dark Presence
Sure,
on the board, what's
Ezra's like dice are annoying with the Disrupt and the special, but Matt has a ton of resources.
Yeah, I'm surprised
He's run out of resource tokens.
I'm surprised he's not just playing upgrades flat out. Like,
He's probably just not drawing them. Or he wants to activate to not get stuck in the loop.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. It's gonna go ahead
So
and disrupt
using the
resource.
Disrupt,
I don't know. I think I probably would have saved that for the reroll, just for either just more damage from the special or the 3-for-1.
well, I don't know. The Disrupt means that
Uh-oh.
Eezra is cannibalizing. He's only getting 2 resources next turn, right? So it means if he has to override that sniper with a second chance.
So Matt activates the second chance with that Power of the Force. That's probably why I didn't bother with the Holocron, because it would have been wasted damage because of second chance.
That's true.
And now he's going to discard 2 cards.
So he hits a Lothcat, which is pretty big, and it never tell me the odds.
But now he's going to be forced to just go through a round without doing anything.
Oh, so
Guess
Matt
he didn't get to
Matt
claim.
has another Holocron in hand. So that's why he was fine discarding it.
Oh, Trey draws into his second chance.
But Ezra is going to have to either fast hands a resource. So Trey needs to fast hands a resource or Ezra special to be able to get that second chance down.
True.
But Matt's not going to be able to play a card or activate.
Right. He's going to be forced to claim. Oh.
This is very similar to... So Trey just rolls 10 10 damage
Oh my
across
god.
4 dice, but he has no resources.
Yeah.
And Matt's claiming, and Trey has truce. And he's going to deal 7 damage,
So he can only
but
block
Matt
one?
had a shield from the claim. So he can discard and he'll end up taking 5.
Right. But god, that's gotta feel rough.
Yeah, that, ugh. And Trey's going to be able to drop second chance.
This game has swung so much.
I know. I'm exhausted.
believe
I'm
it?
exhausted. I don't even know if I can playtest after this.
I seriously can't believe what we're seeing. And Ezra, with a Voss and basically a full health Dooku, has been able to pull it out. That combo is so dumb. New rules change, please.
I mean, yeah, I don't know if there's anything that Matt could have done differently. He just got very unlucky that Trey was able to find those second chances, and he couldn't discard them in time.
Right. His Mind Probe is not cooperating. He got the one special, that first activation, and hasn't gotten it since.
And Trey, so Matt's showing that 2 discard again. If I'm Trey, I'd play that second chance. I don't
want to
care.
risk it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're so close to victory.
Oh, he's gonna risk it.
Well, he's gonna be able to lock out. Oh, he's gonna be able to lock out activation because of fast hands.
No, because that's not an action.
Oh, you're right.
I don't think. Fast hands is part of activating. Why not pass over claiming there? Because then Trey just passes and ends the round.
Yep.
And
then
well, I guess the argument to be made is that Trey rolled. I don't know. Yeah, I guess he could have passed, and then Trey would have been forced to pass and couldn't deal the damage that he rolled.
Oh. Wait, why wouldn't he be able to resolve the damage? Trey rolled in, Matt would pass, and then Trey would still deal the damage.
Right, the
Right.
loop only works with passive damage, but even if Matt passed, yeah, because he didn't even roll out last round, did he?
No. He didn't.
You know, I don't know. That could have made the difference.
That's a good question, yeah, because Matt just lost a round of activation.
I mean, it's one of those things that's similar. It's so similar to Hyperloop, the ability to just lock your opponent out of the game.
Yeah.
That it's easy when it happens to you to make small mistakes like that.
Oh, very. Because you're trying to do everything you can to avoid getting locked like that.
So Matt did discard that second chance. So
that's big.
So Trey spins the action on Night Sniper to flip it to damage. Matt can't remove it.
Oh, yep. That's it.
Yeah, and they're talking through it. Trey got it.
Wow, what a game. What
yeah,
a
that
game.
was. I mean, yeah, it swung back and forth so much. I mean, it looked like Matt had actually controlled the game for the majority of it.
Oh, yeah.
But 2-die Ezra being able to climb back into it, I did not
expect that at all.
No.
Yeah,
no.
me either.
Especially when Matt had he had full health Dooku with a mind probe and a force push. You know.
I can't believe that what we just saw. That was nuts.
Yeah, just goes to show like how good running interference is. You know, being able to disrupt your opponent, and maybe like force them to make bad decisions. It's really powerful.
It also goes to show what we were talking about earlier about not giving up on a game. I mean, Trey lost his big hitter and just kept pushing on and grinding it out and ended up pulling out the win.
Yeah, never give up. So Cola C is asking, after you take an action, you may exhaust the support to choose an opponent. That opponent cannot...
Looks like there's a big conversation going on about it.
Ah. So you can pass, and then... Yeah, but, I mean... Yeah, he should have passed. Yeah, you're right. You're right, he should have passed. And forced Trey to pass. But I don't know. It's easy to get tilted. Like even when I used to play against a Hyperloop deck, I would just claim and let him roll out and resolve whatever, just so that I could like actually roll my character and maybe do something.
Right. Try to get some activation, some value out of your dice.
Right. Exactly. So, I think we're gonna try to get Trey in here and just talk a little bit about Sabine and just the state of the meta right now, and maybe what he's expecting with the rules update and where he thinks the Destiny is headed. So, we'll be back in just a minute. All right, we are back, and welcome Trey, our winner of the Win-A-Box tournament here at Ettin Games.
What's up?
That was a very exciting game. Lots of back and forth. It looked like he was in control of it once Sabine went down. We didn't think you were going to be able to lock him out effectively enough, and some of those decisions he made, he discarded the Rend, and when he could have gotten rid of one of your interferences, and then that decision to claim.
No, he had to claim. Otherwise, I mean, he's locked indefinitely as long as I claim. As long as he's passing and I'm passing, I'm rolling out, I'm getting the thermal paint damage, and I'm getting one.
Right, but at that
damage.
point, you didn't have thermal paint. You had overrode it with the second chance.
When he claimed?
Oh, no. You had. Yeah, you didn't have thermal paint at the time. You had
was thermal paint one of the ones that I
X8
played
snipers.
to keep it going?
You had two X8 snipers.
That was later. I don't know. It's in the stream.
Okay.
Well, regardless, like at some point, if you're the only way to break out of that lock. So the lock is, for people that didn't know, is you have two running interferences, and they have nothing on the board that they can do. So your opponent, when you have the two running interferences, your opponent is the first action either has to be play a card out of their hand or activate a character.
Right.
So if you have something with ambush, you can play a card and running interference, so they can't play the card. And then with your second action, you activate a character, and now they can't do that. So they can do...
And you can fast hands a die.
Well, and then I had fast hands to get a die out. With Sabine, you don't normally do that. The lock is thermal paint on fast hands, because then you don't need to fast hands a die. You're just doing the one damage. But, so I had the... So when you do that, they're locked out. They can't play a card. They can't activate a character. So their options are to pass or to claim. And so as long as they're passing and we're both drawing cards and I have the battlefield, like I'm going to keep them in that lock. So you're
going to find your second chance, and
I'm
you're going to find a thermal paint
cards that I can keep it going. I'm going to find the thermal paint. It's not like they just can't play anymore. So at some point, to break the lock, the only way you can break the lock is to go first, so that you can activate your character, so you can get your dice out there and start doing things.
So did you realize that the turn you drew, the second running interference, you could have locked him out?
I realized it later.
Yeah, I was sitting in here and I was like, I can't believe you missed that. He could have infamous running interference.
So we're sitting there. Yeah. I mean, you can't hear us on the stream, but we're sitting there as the game gets near the end, and we're both. All you see is our hands and the dice, but we're both just shaking our heads and talking about how poorly we have both played. I mean, it looked exciting, but that's because we
I know,
were just
and
both
this is just like
mistakes.
I mean, you won a box of Empire War, so I mean, this is like.
I know. I said out there a minute ago. I don't want to be the guy that like just bitches about his play, and as they're handing me my $80-something box of cards.
Right.
But from the perspective, I mean, for those people that watch football, it's like I want to be like Alabama, where like you just win everything. And even you like focus, like you're just dominant, and even when you win, you're focused on trying to figure the things that you screwed up so that you can get even better, so that it's harder to lose next time. You win more next time. So this is cool. I'm really glad Ettin put this on. I'm going to be happy to have the box of cards. I'm thoroughly happy. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but I'm thoroughly happy to have the box of cards, and I'm going to enjoy the win, but I'm also going to focus on, God, the terrible mental mistakes. I made more mistakes in that last game than I made like in the other 4 matches combined. So... And this deck I played is really fun. I did some really interesting things.
It has been a pretty long day. Like, I mean, y'all have been here for over 4 hours now.
I guess maybe I'm out of shape. Maybe I'm out of brain shape. Because I used to play Magic. I'd go drive or fly somewhere to play Magic. I played 9 or 10 hours of Magic all day. But that's been a few years, and I'm older now.
Right. But I mean, as much as like Destiny is exhausting to play for hours and hours. doing this commentating is even more exhausting.
It's more exhausting. It's harder
because
I'm
trying to think through what both players are thinking.
I've done it before. Yeah, it was really. I mean, when you and I were doing it, I was focused on one guy.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
The other guy has stuff. I could
right.
pay attention to what the other guy's doing.
So, but man, we do have a lot of fun doing it, and so Trey, what do you think about Sabine? Do you think
Sabine is dumb? Sabine is dumb.
Dude, I was just telling Grant earlier that my deck in SW Destiny with my Sabine Ezra deck is named Sabine is dumb. Actually, all of my Sabine decks, even like Sabine Akbar, just Sabine is dumb, Sabine Poe.
It's just like sometimes you're gonna roll poorly, and then you just spend your turns like doing stuff with it. All right, so when you have Sabine, you only need like 2 guns. That's all you need. You don't have to have a deck full of guns so that you can keep playing them and overriding.
You just need a DL44.
You need 2.
But in the graveyard.
In the bin, and then you just claim that totally invalidates another strategy. Like the strategy of making you discard other cards. Like I want to get people to discard all my cards in the beginning of the game because I'm trying to figure out how to get them there to get them onto Sabine. But like so because you need so few guns, you can stack your hand with all these cards. Like that just do neat stuff that mess with your opponent and hurt them. Like you didn't see in this match. It didn't happen in this match, but I've already played Matt today off camera.
Right.
And
that was a close game as well, wasn't it?
It was a close game, but like with Sabine, one round, like he had me on the ropes. Like it looked like he was cruising for a win in the first match, and then I claimed and I drew my hand and I went, Quinlan Voss is dead. I did 9 damage to Quinlan Voss out of nowhere, and then he just took it back. And then later, like a couple of rounds later, he rolls out. Or like I rolled Ezra. So I had to have a dice and die in the pool. So he rolls out, and I double crossed his, and I can't remember Mind Probe. He got a Mind Probe special, and I double crossed him for 5.
Right.
And like out of nowhere, like you just get to, because I don't have to play very many guns, I get all these neat cards. There's so many neat cards that do things that are situational.
Sabine not having a pay side on her damage sides is big. That 3.
Oh, it's all dumb. Sabine is dumb. I mean, she's fun and dumb, but yeah, she's fun.
So, do you think that this is like the absolute best deck?
I don't know that my build is the best build. I've seen some other builds, and I know that my build is better than those builds. But I don't know. Like when I played Poe Maz forever. Like it iterated and iterated until finally got like, these are the 30 cards you should play, and I knew why, and I knew exactly, like, this is what you're trying to do, this is exactly it. I'm not 100% sure. I think I'm about, at worst, I think I'm about 85% sure that this is the deck to play. I probably need to try it. You have a red version that I would probably need to try it with Akbar instead of Ezra. Just there's so many things that you use your crappy dice. Like you have some crappy Ezra die that you used in the pool after you fast hands to steal one of the resources, and now I need that die to double cross your die. So, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But yes, I think Sabine and something, probably Ezra, but Sabine and something is just the best thing that you can do right now.
And that was something that we talked about, was because we saw Jeremy and Matt play on stream, and Jeremy was running the single die Sabine, single die Ezra Trooper, and once Sabine went down and it was single die Ezra, he wasn't able to hang on long enough, and it just goes to show that having that extra Ezra die to, help either like get you additional resources, additional disrupt,
whatever, to negotiate,
additional Lothcat and Mouse or negotiate, is
it's really good,
a very crucial part of the deck.
Yes, I played him earlier too, and that one went pretty quickly because I found my running interference, which is also dumb. I love that card because even without the lock is cool, but even without the lock, you mess with your opponent. It never feels good to sit on the other side of running interference when you know that your opponent can just tell you can't play like this.
Right.
And then when you're doing that,
which is why mine and Grant's minds were just so blown that Matt discarded that Rend. He could have taken out one of your. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you're running Scavenge to get him back or.
Nope.
So.
No Scavenge.
Okay.
Well, no, I'm running. Well, that's actually the first time I've ever was playing this. That's the first time I've lost my battlefield. Like because her dice are so dumb and so big,
right.
Like, you almost never lose the battlefield. You're almost always gonna win the battlefield. So that made that one harder.
But I mean, one of the advantages of, and you don't run new orders either, so.
Just rely on the big dice to
or hyperspace jump.
Nope. And again, I'm not 100% certain that's right. Maybe the battlefield is so important that you need to run hyperspace jump or new orders or something. I guess that would be the only ones to make sure that you get it. But at the moment, her dice are so big that the odds are in my favor for winning it that I don't want to take up space in my deck for it. I want to push. Right. I want to have more mitigation, more.
And you're in favor of taking. You don't like taking the shields.
No.
You don't.
Not with her.
You don't think that makes a.
No. I'm gonna blast you for 9 at some point. and you're gonna
if you can find second chance in time.
not even second chance. Like that's never tell me the odds.
Oh, that's
I'm gonna
right.
never tell me. I mean, it's gonna
Never
do
tell me the
something.
odds into Infamous or running interference.
Yeah, like that's one of the things that I think is so great about this deck is that you have all these. It's like this massive branching tree of all these different things that your opponent can't plan for all of them. Either you're gonna
Right.
have looping DL44s that are completely eating Mace's dice, like I had earlier.
Yeah.
Or like he rolls Mace and I go play DL44 and overwrite DL44 and then, or you're gonna get the thermal. I mean, like even the basic thermal paint lock where you just have the 2 running interferences, you'll get that. Or whatever it is. Like you put fast hands on eEzra, which is just a good thing to have because you roll the special and then I eat your die. I mean, I have 3 resources and you have 1. That's a huge advantage. There are just so
Right.
many different areas. Or like you play for Never Tell Me the Odds. Like you just get guns on eEzra. I mean, not Eezra, on Sabine, and then you use Infamous to play Never Tell Me the Odds to just blast your opponent and somebody dies out of nowhere.
Right.
And and there are multiple ways to do that. Like before this set came out, I played Jen, and I used Never Tell Me the Odds with Infamous. But now you have Never Tell Me the Odds with Infamous, but you also
Or
have Never
running
Tell Me the
interference.
Odds with running interference. Like you can't play a card, so they're staring at their deck, their hand that has all these ways to deal with the ridiculous dice. You just went, I want these sides, and they can't do anything about it, and they go, well, that sucks. I'll get a resource. And then you just go, blah, and then they die.
All right. So we're going to end it with that. Blah, and then they die. So anyways, congratulations again, Trey, for winning our Winning Box tournament. It was a lot of fun to watch, a lot of fun to commentate. I hope that all you guys enjoyed watching us. And this will be up on YouTube. Remember to like, follow, subscribe, all that jazz. And be on the lookout for Houston City Open to be announced. Rescheduled, yes, in the future. And thanks, Call SC. Appreciate it, guys. Again, thanks, Admiral Pendragon, Blonde on Fire, Hendrax, Fritz Freddy, Imperial Paradox, Jao Pedro, Just Dwayner, Jay Wannabe, Maravich, Snickerdudes, and Zutyug. Really appreciate all you guys coming out and hanging out with us. And just continue to ask questions and post comments. And we'll see you guys when we next return. Again, we are debating rescheduling or restructuring to only do this stream bi-weekly.
Why? This is awesome. This is the best thing ever. I mean, if you don't have time, I understand. But, like, that's awesome. I love this stream. Like, I don't know.
Doing it every week?
Yes. This is fantastic.
All right. Well, if you guys want us to continue doing the stream every single week, please comment and check out their YouTube channel, Ettin Games on YouTube, Ettin Games and Hobbies, I believe. And these videos are posted afterwards. So if you miss, thanks, Call. I really appreciate the follow, man. And again, these matches are posted up on YouTube if you aren't able to catch the stream that week for whatever reason. So anyways, thanks for coming out, and we'll see you guys later. Peace.